days after an 18-year-old was arrested, accused of plotting to attack Northwest churches. We're hearing from the director of the FBI, who says these cases may be harder to stop without action from Congress.
Also tonight, the Downtown Kennewick Partnership has been selected as one of only 30 community organizations nationwide to participate in a Main Street America pilot program. We'll explain. Stacy.
A little overcast and gloomy today, but what's coming up for the weekend? I'll tell you all about it in my First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good.
Thanks. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Warner.
I'm Austin Reed. Wasn't paying attention there. But hey, tonight we are going to begin with the Ben Franklin Transit meeting scheduled to start about an hour from right now.
Yep, and this board is facing a crowded agenda. It's had a lot of people watching very closely. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma joins us live in Kennewick. Monique, what are we expecting to see tonight?
Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Austin. I'm live at the administration building here in Kennewick, where the Ben Franklin Transit Board meeting will be taking place at 6 p.m. Now, there's a lot of things to come from tonight's meeting, but first, let me just note this is the first official meeting that BFT will have since their general manager has stepped down. That position is yet to be filled, and they'll talk about it tonight. Also, they will be discussing their Pasco Transit Center that they are working on. Lastly, but certainly not least, one of the things that will be discussed is the vote that they're planning to put on November's ballot, which is to reduce the percentage of taxpayer money that goes to BFT. This afternoon, I spoke to a member of BFT's Citizen Advisory Network, which is a service which serves as a middle person for the transit and the community members. And she had this to say in regards to the reduction.
Right now, the board is considering reducing their tax that they take in by 0.1%. Right now, they are obligated by voters who agreed a number of years ago to take 0.6% tax, sales tax, and that funds the transit. However, by removing our 0.1% tax, that reduction will have lots of downstream effects.
Gilmore says one of those services that would be affected by the tax reduction would be the Youth Ride Free program. Again, the meeting is at 6 p.m. tonight at the administration building in Kennewick and is open to the public. Now, if you can't make it tonight, you can also go to the BFT website and join in via Zoom online. Reporting live in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now. Sending it back to you guys at the desk.
Monique, we appreciate that. Thank you. Other news tonight, could the city of Kennewick build a brand new Parks and Rec Center? That is the question being asked tonight to the public, another meeting. Two different workshops were scheduled, one that already happened earlier this afternoon, but the next one starts at 6 p.m. at the Numerica Pavilion. You are looking at pictures of what the new center may look like. We're going to get to that in just a bit. But in any case, the study session is reviewing recreation studies and trends, asking attendees to answer poll questions and participate in a Build a Center exercise. And here's those pictures.
And what it does, it gives the community an opportunity to help us formulate and give input on what they would like to see if we were to build a recreation center here in the city of Kennewick. And so that really is what we're looking for, is for the public to help us identify, are there some gaps in recreational opportunities here within the city of Kennewick?
So again, if you would like to attend the next study session today, it starts at 6 p.m. at Numerica Pavilion. Coming up new at 6 tonight on Apple Valley News Now, we will hear from residents who showed up to the meeting earlier this afternoon.
Very gray out there today, Austin. Very different than what we've seen so far this week.
I know, it just seems like it's a roller coaster. Stacy, how's it looking as we are getting closer to the weekend now?
It is the weather roller coaster for sure. Yeah, it is pretty gloomy outside, as you can see on our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco. That's not going to stop that game tonight, another homestand game against Spokane in Pasco this evening. We did hit 70 degrees today. I wasn't expecting that because of the cloud cover, but we did make it to 70 at least right now in the Tri-Cities. Winds are light at 6, our sunset tonight at 7:39. Let's see what's elsewhere temperatures look like. 53 Cle Elum, 66 in Yakima, 65 right now in Walla Walla, 68 degrees in Hermiston. So we're looking for cloudy and breezy conditions. Winds will start picking up overnight tonight. You can see by thunder and lightning, we're going to be tracking Some pretty big storms coming up from the south through central Oregon and possibly into the Blues, the Walla Walla, the foothill areas tomorrow. Warmer temperatures as we head into the weekend, but overall the weekend's looking pretty good going forward. I'll get to all the details in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Congress has been reluctant to act on gun control. The Supreme Court has actually been loosening rules when they're asked to weigh in. But today, the Justice Department announced a new rule intended to crack down on gun violence.
If you sell guns predominantly to earn a profit, you must be licensed and you must conduct background checks. This regulation is a historic step in the Justice Department's fight against gun violence.
Now, this is closing the so-called gun show loophole, which allowed people to sell firearms online, at gun shows, and at other private or informal venues without running background checks. This new rule is expected to go into effect in about 30 days, and there may be some challenges in court, but Biden administration officials say they are confident the rule will hold up. Now, here in Washington this week, as we told you, a judge overturned the state ban on large capacity magazines. Now, the state Supreme Court rushed to put that ruling on hold, but in the hours between the Superior Court decision and the Supreme Court action, the gun store owner who filed to overturn that ban says he sold hundreds of these large capacity magazines. Now, it is legal to have magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, currently not legal to buy or sell them in Washington.
And Alyssa, days after law enforcement arrested an 18-year-old in North Idaho accused of plotting attacks on churches, the head of the FBI told lawmakers in Congress he is concerned about not being able to stop attacks unless Congress reauthorizes a controversial surveillance law. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood with the story.
With critical funding on the line, the FBI director going before lawmakers, laying out concerns about the possibility of an organized attack against the U.S. Christopher Wray telling Congress that his immediate concern is that a lone wolf actor or small group will draw twisted inspiration from the events in the Middle East and Russia.
There was already a heightened risk of violence in the United States before October 7th. Since then, we've seen a rogues gallery of foreign terrorist organizations call for attacks against Americans and our allies.
It comes just days after a warning earlier this week about an 18-year-old Idaho man who was arrested and charged with allegedly planning an ISIS-K-inspired attack on the homeland. In his testimony, Wray encouraging Congress to reauthorize Section 702 of FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, which allows the government to collect information on foreign nationals without a warrant. It sometimes collects data on Americans who interact with persons of interest.
It is critical for our ability to identify foreign terrorist organizations communicating with, inspiring, or working with people here in the U.S., and that's how we identify and stop attacks.
Hardline House Republicans opposed to reauthorizing FISA without an amendment that would require the intelligence community to get an additional warrant to access Americans' data. As the FBI faces a $500 million budget cut, Wray laying out the stakes, saying our national security is at risk.
Americans are applying in droves to devote their lives to a career with us protecting others. But we need more positions to be able to bring all the good people we can to the fight, certainly not fewer.
And House Republicans say that they've made cuts to the FBI and other federal law enforcement agencies' budgets. Now, the FBI director is asking Congress to fund the agency through 2025. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And by the way, FISA has hardline conservatives and the ACLU on the same side. The ACLU is pushing for reforms to the law, saying it goes too far in giving the American government permission to spy.
Well, fewer Americans applied for jobless benefits last week as the labor market continues to thrive. Now that, along with inflation still rising, is another sign we might not see interest rates drop anytime soon. So the overall number of people collecting jobless benefits is nearing 2 million. That's the highest it's been since January. But new unemployment claims that were released today fell by 11,000 nationwide. And as long as unemployment remains low, the economy is considered to be doing well. But speaking of those interest rates, though, average long-term mortgage rates are now up to their highest level in over a month. We're getting into what is traditionally the busiest time of year for home sales. But Freddie Mac reports the average interest rate on a 30-year mortgage is now up to 6.88%, and that could have people thinking twice about whether to consider a move.
Other business news tonight, the historic Downtown Kennewick Partnership has been selected as one of only 30 community organizations across the country to participate in Main Street America's equitable entrepreneurial ecosystems in rural communities. This is a pilot program. Officials say the initiatives aim to engage, activate, and empower entrepreneurial talent in rural communities like Kennewick, ensuring inclusivity and representation on main streets. Kennewick's participation was funded in part by the Washington Micro Enterprise Association. Last night, the partnership invited stakeholders, community leaders, and small business owners to participate in an interactive workshop at Layered Cake Artistry. That's in downtown.
We are a nationally accredited Main Street community here in downtown Kennewick. We're one of 39 main streets in the state of Washington, and we're a part of a 12,000 community network across the country. But this is really exciting because we're one of 30 communities across the country and Puerto Rico that are participating in this Kauffman Foundation funded grant program about building entrepreneurship in our country.
The next phase of this initiative entails hosting 5 virtual focus group sessions. Local entrepreneurs, small business owners, and economic development organizations and partners will be invited to take part as well. You can learn much more about this later tonight on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
We were talking about earlier, we saw some overcast skies in the Tri-Cities today. Stacey has some good news, though, for your weekend. That's coming up in your First Alert forecast in just a moment.
And time is running out for Congress to save a program giving millions of American families a break on internet bills. We're tracking a last-minute effort to keep that program going next.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a large commercial vehicle, call Tamaki Law. Semi-truck insurance companies have the resources to deny any claim. That's why you need the experienced team at Tamaki Law to fight for the justice you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
If it was my family, I'd want to make sure they get all the information they need to make the best decision. That's why we fully inspect our vehicles and certify everything. With McCurley Certified and Certified Plus, we look at everything from the tires to the maintenance records to recalls to any open campaigns. We make sure the vehicle is completely safe. The only vehicles we sell are ones that are completely inspected. McCurley Certified means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
A great hike in a great park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Making national headlines tonight, O.J. Simpson, former NFL star, Heisman Trophy winner, and subject of an infamous murder trial, has now died. His family announced his passing on social media, saying Simpson died of prostate cancer. Now, in the late 60s and early 70s, he was considered one of the greatest athletes in the country. He was the first player ever to gain 2,000 yards in a single NFL season and was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. He was also one of the first black athletes to win a lucrative endorsement deal. But those achievements were darkened by his 1995 acquittal in the brutal killings of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown, and her friend, Ron Goldman. That trial lasted 9 months, and millions watched the broadcast. Simpson, we're told, died at age 76, surrounded by his children and grandchildren. Well, we've been watching the deadline inch closer. A federal program that's been giving millions of American families a break on internet bills is about to run out of money.
It is. The FCC has been asking Congress for more funds to keep it going, but so far it has not happened. Amy Kiley has the latest.
The most successful internet affordability program in our nation's history will soon run out of money unless Congress acts.
New efforts are underway to stop internet prices from surging next month for nearly 23 million American households. The Affordable Connectivity Program is almost out of money. Now, the FCC is set to cut subsidies by more than half in May. Without new funding, later they'll be gone.
From education to employment to scheduling healthcare appointments to access to health services, everyone deserves affordable internet access.
Some lawmakers are increasing their push to keep funding the program. A bipartisan Senate bill to give it $7 billion has 5 co-sponsors after 2 joined yesterday. A House plan has majority support in the chamber, but it's unclear if Speaker Mike Johnson will bring it to the floor. House Republicans are pushing to rein in government spending, and the program is left over from the pandemic.
High-speed internet isn't a luxury anymore. It's an absolute necessity.
The Biden administration is trying to help consumers understand provider fees with a new regulation unveiled yesterday.
A lot of times there's hidden fees, things like data caps or throttling, or you have to pay more for data.
The FCC now requires internet providers to use what looks like a nutrition label. It shows plan details like fees and services.
The hope is that if it's more transparent, you can make a better choice as a consumer.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're certainly looking at an overcast evening on our Legends Casino sky cam. Not expecting any showers, but maybe a few stray ones closer to the mountains later tonight. 70 degrees right now. Winds light at 6 miles per hour. Our sunset at 7:39. Let's take a look around the area at other temperatures in our region. We're in the low to mid 60s here in the foothills of the Blues. Still sitting at 68 in Hermiston and Hanford, 66 in Yakima, and a cooler 53 in Cleellum. Let's take a look at your evening ahead. Again, overcast, staying dry, temperatures dropping into the 50s by 8 o'clock in Yakima. Still good night to do a little yard work or sit out by the campfire tonight. Overcast conditions, staying dry at least through 8 o'clock, and those temperatures dropping into the lower 60s by 8. Walla Walla, still a nice evening. It's pretty calm wind-wise, but overcast there as well. We're dropping down to 59 degrees at 8. And looking ahead at Hermiston, get some gardening done tonight. Those temperatures drop to 60 degrees. Now, I have been tracking this, and I've been hearing a lot of sniffling and sneezing in the studio today. This is why our pollen counts are extremely high, and they continue to go up. Look at Monday. We're well above the high. I mean, there's almost no more room left on my graph. So pollens are high. Juniper, birch, and alder are the culprits right now. Here's our weather pattern going through the next day. That upper level low started to push through the area, bringing unsettled weather. All the clouds we're seeing today starts to head to the south and east, and as it does, we could see some showers wrapping around coming out of this low that's down to the south, bringing some potential thunder and lightning to the region. If that does occur, it would be more so in the Pendleton area. Let's take a look at these scattered showers tonight. After 8, we could see a few light showers coming through the evening, but the bigger potential for storm is tomorrow. We'll see a little bit of rain falling or possible in the early morning hours or hit or miss the Tri-Cities. But here's the heavy showers that we're going to keep an eye on. The foothills of the Blues from Heppner all the way up into Walla Walla, and those Blue Mountain areas could see potential thunder and lightning tomorrow. So remember, when the thunder roars, you head indoors. Then as we get to our Saturday, things are looking good. Some showers mainly to the south of the Tri-Cities scattered through the region. Cloudy, breezy winds tonight developing later on. We're in the 40s right now, or we're going to stay in the 40s, excuse me, this evening. 45 Walla Walla, 48 Tri-Cities, 42 in Yakima. For tomorrow, look for mostly cloudy skies. We've got rain and thunderstorms possible, mainly looking at the foothills of the Blues or maybe from Hermiston on up, and we could see a couple of showers slide through through the Columbia Basin, but very brief and not bringing a whole lot of rain. Planning your day tomorrow, not bad at the bus stop. Temperatures hitting the 60s by noon, and then you'll see temperatures flirting with 70 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Quick look at your 7-day planning forecast. Again, we have a great looking weekend ahead with sunshine warming up. We're going to have a transition on Monday as temperatures start to cool back down, and those gusty winds are going to be coming in late Sunday into Monday. Walla Walla's got the potential for those thunder showers tomorrow. The weekend looks good. Temps in the 70s, dropping down into the 50s and 60s for next week. Still to come, your viewer photo of the day. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, thank you so much, Stacey. Up next on your news at 5, a local program highlighting treatment successes is celebrating new graduates.
Yeah, we'll hear from one of the people who just completed drug court coming up.
This newscast sponsored by Washington State Department of Revenue's Working Families Tax Credit.
Tonight, the severe tornado threats on the move. Plus, Arizona's Supreme Court abortion ruling fallout. Could the archaic law impact other states? More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally!
I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not.
I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop Tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
You're going to Hollywood.
Watch Sunday and Monday at 8 on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Hey Tri-Cities, it's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. It's opening week of the 2024 season. Come out to Geisa Stadium all week long. Make sure to bring the kids for Family Feast Night on Friday, April 12th and enjoy $2 hot dogs, soft drinks, and more. Then on Saturday, April 13th, the Dust Devils make our season debut as the Columbia River Rooster Tails with a post-game fireworks show thanks to BNSF Railway. Visit the official ticket site at dustdevilsbaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Welcome back. Well, celebrations were in order in today's courtroom at the Benton County Justice Center.
They sure were. The Justice Center celebrated 4 graduates from the drug court program. This program is an intensive program that addicts go through to start a new, fresh life at the end of it. One of the graduates had some words of advice for future participants that go through the program or are considering it.
For those that are starting, if you really want to clean up after, messing up, then this is the best road to take. You just gotta want it, and you gotta really want it. And then after you're done with this, you just gotta stay clean and keep on pushing.
Look at that. There it goes, shredding those charges away. I love this story. At the end of the program, their graduation participants get to shred their criminal record goodbye. And we've been talking about this a lot, and it's great to see.
It's great to see that kind of recovery and just people making a comeback like that. So that's why we like to highlight it.
Yeah. All right, we are going to take a final look at your forecast and our viewer photo of the day.
And coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 6, we're talking new development in Richland. A never-before-seen type of fertilizer plant is moving towards reality. We're going to show you what Atlas Agro is hoping to build in the next few years, coming up right after World News Tonight.
A great hike in a great park. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Race towards big wins at Wild Horse Resort and Casino during the $125,000 Derby Dash for cash and prizes. The track comes alive with over $13,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Pick your lucky horse, jockey your way to victory, and ride away with up to $700 cash. Then join us Saturday, April 27 for a $15,000 grand prize. 3 winners will race towards the finish line, and the winner takes home $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, the gateway to your next vacation. As spring and summer travels approach, plan your flights through Walla Walla Airport. We offer free parking, and we have 2 Alaska flights to Seattle daily, making your travel easy and convenient. Take the time off, explore the world, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Walla Walla Airport, your connection to your next vacation. Book today. AlaskaAir.com, your destination awaits.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at the updated plans on a first-of-its-kind fertilizer plant that's being developed on the outskirts of Richland. Plus, Riley will have your first alert weather forecast. We hope to see you here Friday morning.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on select battery lawnmower sets. Real Steel. Find yours.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Well, we have a follow-up for you tonight. One of our Operation Best Friend pets has found his forever home. You might remember Eddie the Elf. We were never sure if he got his name from those ears or from the movie Elf. We were told he had a big personality like the Will Ferrell character in that movie. Either way, we have learned he was adopted and he went home to his family.
All right.
Always good to see that.
Good news. Eddie the Elf. That's a great name.
Also, great weather for taking pictures of your dogs. I did that this morning.
Yeah, you know, actually photos come out pretty good when it's overcast. So, you know, but this was a photo from Charles Robinson in Prosser. He's calling these Oregon grape flowers. So is it grape vineyards, bushes, I think?
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure, but it is quite pretty, so I like that. I need one of those in my yard. Easiest way to get your photo on TV is that QR code right side of your screen. You can go up with your phone, snap a photo of it. It will take you right to the landing page where you can submit your photos just like Charles did. So think about doing that. Also, just go to applevalleynewsnow.com and click on the weather tab. You'll also see our big photo album of everybody's weather photos right there in one location. All right, let's talk about tomorrow. So things unsettled we're probably going to be, guys, in the rain shadow here in the Tri-Cities and in Yakima, but there's a slight chance of a stray shower. Mostly we're looking at Walla Walla and those foothills of the Blues with potential strong thunderstorms, particularly in the late afternoon. So just be aware of that tomorrow. Temperatures aren't looking too bad, though, and we'll see a nice warming trend right into the weekend.
Love to hear that, Stacy. Thank you. And thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with Dave Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6.
Hoping your news is good news.
Good night.